So, Mike, just to start, if you could give a little bit of a background of what you do with Cardiff City Women.
Okay, my official title is Women's Team Club Secretary, but historically I helped set up the club, and I've had numerous roles as in chairman, drive the minibus, and do whatever job needs to be done really. So I've just been there since the start.
So, in recent years, there's been a real increase in women's football and popularity.
Absolutely.
How important do you think that is now at grassroots level, especially?
I think it's massively important. I got into it because of my daughter, and that was some 15, 16 years ago. And the growth in grassroots clubs reflects the growth in the number of girls playing. You've got to have the clubs for the girls to play in, and it's fantastic to see so many clubs taking women and girls football more seriously nowadays. So it's vitally important. All the players come from a grassroots standard. That's where they all come from, whether they now represent Wales or they just play for social reasons. That's where it starts.
How much sort of growth do you think women's football in Wales can? Because it's a relatively new sort of division, really, in the grand scheme of things.
We've got a long way to go yet. There are still when you we shouldn't really compare to England because there are huge clubs there with lots of money to invest in women and girls football. But we are trying, and I think Cardiff City is in the front line of this, of trying to raise the standards of what goes on, not just on the pitch, but around the team and the coaches. And we kind of hope that other clubs will also take the lead in that and follow us, just join in and say, yeah, look, let's see what we can do. And it's encouraging. We're sat here now in Park Hall, TNS's ground, and there you see what they're doing here with women and girls football. It's great. And just 10 minutes up the road is Wrexham, and they've already said what they're going to be doing with their women and girls setup, and it's exciting. So the sky's the limit, really. We are, as you say, at an early stage, but things are happening, and it's encouraging.
Do you think then, what do you think the target audience is now for growing the audience of women's Welsh football?
I think the players themselves are great role models. So initially, it has to be young girls, of course. That's what you want. You want kids in school to start having an eye on what the international girls are doing, and then the club level girls. And when you see us at home, sometimes you'll see youngsters come along and the players engage with them, and that's a really important thing, is engagement with the people who come along from the players themselves. Obviously, I would love to see with a club the size of Cardiff City a wider a group of people coming, guys in my demographic, to come along and watch and give the girls a chance. We don't compare it to the men's game. You can't. Just enjoy it for what it is, and there's some very skillful girls playing and some very exciting games.
You think then possibly that because they have the branding of Cardiff City, it puts them in sort of almost an advantage over clubs like Abergavenny for that growth?
Well, it does. Obviously, the badge is a major pull for players, but also from the commercial side. And we must never forget how important money in the game is. And it's massively important that we take advantage of the Bluebirds badge when we're dealing with sponsors. And this year we've been very, very successful in attracting financial support. And there's no bones about it. A lot of it is because we're Cardiff City FC.
So just to quickly touch on how well this season overall, they've been brilliant this season, haven't they? The women.
Well, yeah, we're 5 league games away from the end of the season, and we haven't lost a game. We're in 2 cup finals. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better, to be quite honest. The step up from 2 to 3 sessions training a week has made a difference. Employing somebody full-time head of women and girls football at the club in Ian Derbyshire, that makes a difference. He's able to focus so much more of his time and energies on preparing the girls properly, and we're reaping the rewards now, and the girls are playing such good entertaining football, and they've got a great team spirit and a never say die attitude, as epitomised in last week's game away to Swansea.
Just one final question then. You said about the camaraderie and the team cohesion. Is that something that has been built up over the last couple of seasons?
I think it does grow. We had a sort of deliberate policy a few years back. We let some players go who'd been around for quite a while, and we started to take on more and more youngsters, good quality youngsters. And the older ones who remained took the younger ones under their wing and created this kind of family vibe, which it matters. If it's 2 or 3% in a game, it makes a world of difference. And I think that's where we're at now. The fun, the banter between them is great, and great fun to be part of.